Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to introduce to y'all a very special person. Who, y'all might be asking? Not my acquaintance, not my friend, not a side chick, not even my girlfriend. Ladies and gentlemen, my fiance. Hey! Oh, Julian. Are you serious right now? Yo, come sit down. Sit down next to me, fiance. Come here. Isn't she glowing?
All dewy and stuff. We did it, girl.
You did it, Joe.
I think I made it.
Okay, we still got some time.
Okay, for those of you who know us personally, you probably know by now, Lami proposed, and we are officially an engaged couple.
Hey.
This is my fiance.
That's my fiance.
Yeah, so we are an engaged couple, and the biggest question that I've been getting asked is, how did he do it? Like, how did he propose? Because everybody who knows Lami knows that he always has something up his sleeve. It was crazy. Y'all have no idea.
So this is the video of how I proposed to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right, so Nia loves surprises. Like,
I
it's
do.
her favorite thing. We're perfect together because I actually enjoy surprising
That's
her
his
a lot.
thing.
I'm very
He's
good
really
at it.
good at it.
My best one to date so far has been last year for her birthday. I surprised her with a trip to Colombia, but I actually got her into Colombia without knowing she was going to Colombia.
It's crazy.
Well, I knew for this engagement that it was gonna have to be the best surprise. So this pretty much starts last year in 2021 in the summer. You told me you were ready to get married. By the end of the year, I felt like I was ready. And pretty much right after that, we went to Colombia.
Yeah.
And that was an amazing trip. And it was really special because we were going on that trip both knowing we were ready for that next step.
Right.
It was actually kind of funny because after we got back, she was like, I kind of wished you had proposed in Colombia. Really, the reason why I didn't propose in Colombia is because I felt like it wasn't right to propose before I talked to her family. I really wanted to talk to her dad and get his blessing. That was the first step in the new year, getting ready to propose. Well, first, I had to talk to my family because they didn't even know I was ready to get married.
First of all, his mama has been telling everybody that I'm his fiance for our entire relationship. She's been manifesting this for a while.
It's because I got her a promise ring and my mom saw the promise ring
Skip
and
right
was
past
just, she started calling her my fiance. So I had that conversation with my parents. They gave me great advice. And then I called her parents. I told them, I want to talk to you guys about marriage. And they were super excited. So I knew that we had to schedule a time for me to go up there and talk to them. She's from Oakland.
Right.
We scheduled a time. And of course, throughout this whole time, I didn't want her to know any of this. My excuse was that I had booked a commercial, drive up north, be there for the whole day. And so I had to drive up there, talk to her family for a few hours, and then come back all in one day.
Without me knowing.
Right.
When
It
I
was
have his
worth it.
location.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. There was a lot of close calls, and the first one was I was about 2 hours up north. I went to get some gas. I'm pulling into the gas station and I get out, and then I get a text, and it's from Nia, and it goes, "You at Arco?" And then she went, "You getting gas right now, right?" And I'm looking around like, what is going on? So I have no idea. She's over here stalking me like the FBI.
I wouldn't say FBI. I wouldn't say FBI.
Anyway, when I got that text, I FaceTimed her. I was like, "Are you stalking me right now?" She was like, "You know what it is. You know what it is." You know how she talks.
I don't talk like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so I immediately blocked her. I stopped sharing location, and now I'm off to Oakland. So yeah, I went up there, talked to her family. It was amazing. They asked me a whole bunch of questions. I told them why I love Nia, why I want to get married to Nia, what our plans for the future are, why I love them.
They just gave me away just like that. They didn't give me away to anybody, I guess. Did you at least come with gifts or something?
Yeah, I came with gifts. But yeah, at the end of it, her parents gave me their blessing. That's what I went up there to get. As soon as I got back, I was like, okay, that was the most important part. Now I'm ready to plan. I already at that point knew what I wanted to do, and this was the plan. Nia is an actress, and an amazing one. And so in my mind, I thought to myself, let me create a fake film project that she can audition for, and she can show up to the shoot, and instead of meeting her co-star, she meets me. Brilliant. So I told her best friend ERIN the plan. Shout out to ERIN, amazing actress. I had told her family the plan, my family, everybody was on board. Now it's time to make it happen. So the first step was to come up with what the film would be. Pretty much it was gonna be a romantic comedy, a pilot. But
My dream role.
The challenge was I have to make it good enough for her to be excited about it, but not too good that she would be too excited and get bummed out that she didn't get the role.
You can see where this is going.
Right. So I said, okay, if it is a proof of concept short film that they wanted to shoot in order to get funding for the bigger project that might or might not happen. That was pretty much what the idea was. I came up with the character, Kimberly. Beautiful woman, and she has a boyfriend named James. They've been together for 8 years. They want to get married together. But the problem is she hasn't even told her family about him because he's white. That was the premise for the film. I thought, you know what? It's cute and it can be funny. And she's always kind of wanted to do a comedic thing to show off her comedic chops. So I was like, this is a great idea.
I'm funny.
She thinks she's funny.
No, I'm funny.
I knew if I'm going to try to get her to submit for this film, I have to have a script or at least the sides to audition for. And so I sat down and I wrote the script. I came up with what the scene was going to be for the audition, and there was actually 2 scenes. So I wrote out the sides, and then I wanted to put it on Actors Access through breakdown services. Real professional actors go to Actors Access to receive and submit for auditions. So I'm like, I want to make this legit. I'm going to put it up there. And I quickly realized that they're really good at screening fake films. I mean, pretty much what I was trying to do. So I knew that wasn't going to work. I switched lanes. I created a casting flyer, and I had an actress friend of ours, Arita, DM this casting flyer to Nia saying, hey, I'm actually part of this project and they're looking to recast the lead role, so I thought you'd be perfect for it.
Here I am thinking, now I'm at the point where I'm passing up the submitting on Actors Access stage. People are just sending me things. I'm just manifesting the perfect dream roles. Life is really coming together.
And life came together because go ahead and show them. Go ahead and show them.
Show 'em what?
After Arita had DM'd her, I knew she would be sending an email soon, so I had to create this fake email. And to create this fake email, I had to come up with this fake persona for a director because our fake film needs a fake director, of course. So I introduced to the world Julian Lafayette.
I just feel so dumb. I looked him up and everything. I couldn't find him. That should be my first sign.
Julian Lafayette. I just have to think of like the most director name. That's a pretty director.
It's like
name.
a student film director type name,
Yeah.
not a professional director.
Dang. There's an actual Julian Lafayette out there.
There's
that's trying
not.
To be a
I looked it up. It doesn't exist.
I knew that in order to make this as legit as possible, I wanted her to meet with this director face to face. So I hit up an actor friend of mine. His name is ERIN. I knew he'd be perfect for this because he's super enthusiastic.
He killed it.
Yeah, he was great. So I had the director name set. I had the email set. All I had to wait for was for Nia to do her part. She emailed Julian Lafayette with all of her headshots saying she was excited to audition. So I sent her back all the information. I sent her the audition instructions, the sides, everything that she needed to know. I made it very detailed. See how long this email is? It's ridiculous. And she had no idea. You know why? Because she taught me how to schedule send on Gmail. This whole plan worked because of schedule send. So shout out to Google for that. Now I had done all the work and it was time for Nia to audition for the role of her life, being my fiance.
First of all, I'm not the one who got on my knees and begged.
Knee, not knees, knee.
You
There's
got
a big
on your knees
difference.
and
Knee.
begged for me.
Knee.
I was at one of the busiest points of my whole life. I take every audition very seriously. Now, mind you, I do about 5 auditions a week.
And this one in particular, she took super seriously. And
Of
this
course.
is where I messed up. This is where I messed up. She was so excited for this. She thought it was a pilot. She was like, I'm auditioning for the lead role in a pilot. And I'm there like, no, it's not a pilot. It's a proof of
You
concept.
couldn't tell me it wasn't a pilot.
Short film. It's a short film. So yeah, we worked on that audition for
2 hours.
at least.
That took up so much of my time.
It was
and
more
I'm a
than I thought.
perfectionist. I was not going to stop until perfection.
Well, she killed the audition. She did. I can post the whole audition video because it's amazing. It's great. She was so funny. While all of this was going on, I needed to set a date because I needed to tell her family. I knew they had to be there. So we settled on May 14th, and I knew that this had to be the date. I had to figure out a way for her to book that Saturday out. She had done another project around this time, and I hit up the director of that film and asked him if he could hit her up and ask for reshoots. She had to switch her shift. Now I knew, okay, May 14th, the set is locked in. Everything was great, and it was time to offer her the role. I told her via email that I loved her, the team loves her, she's perfect for the role, and our next steps are setting up a Zoom call so that she can meet with the director face to face. So now while all of this is going on, while she's freaking out about the role, I mean, I know y'all are wondering, the ring. Y'all are probably wondering, was it really hard to find the perfect ring? How did you know what ring she wanted? Did you have to ask her in really sneaky ways? Did you have to ask her at all? No, I didn't, because for the past half a year, maybe even the past year, she was sending me DMs about the perfect ring she wanted every week. Every single week.
And it paid off.
And so at a certain point before this, she had settled on one she really wanted. She said, I want the oval stone. I want diamonds going around the band. I want it to be silver. I knew what ring she wanted, and she was set on that. And then it's really funny. She waited a few weeks, and then she tried to mess with me. She told me one time, oh, by the way, I changed what ring I wanted. And the only reason she was doing that was to see if she could figure out if I got the ring or not by my reaction. So I went to a place called Medawar's Fine Jewelry. They're family friends of my family. I went over there. They helped me out. I showed them the picture. I said, this is what she wants. Right there. They took a look at it. They said, we have the perfect ring. They gave me the perfect ring. Hey. So the other thing I was doing throughout all of this was finding the perfect location. And ERIN had actually suggested this to me. She was like, why not do it at USC? Which I thought that was perfect because that's where we met. I thought to myself, it has to be at the place where I asked her out on our first date. That's where it all started. Back to the film. Now it's time for ERIN, the actor friend, to shine. So ERIN, aka Julian Lafayette, set up the time for the Zoom call with Nia, and they had a conversation face to face about the film, about the character, about the project.
He was so into it too.
He was great. He killed it. He really killed it.
Only thing is he kept asking me a lot of questions about you. I remember I went up to you afterwards and I was like, he kept asking about you. I was so confused. You have to show them that.
I could post that whole Zoom call because it's hilarious. The main objective for the Zoom call actually was to set up a photo shoot with her and her co-star, her fiance in the film, see if they have chemistry. Little did she know she'd be meeting her co-star in real life.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that cute?
You have a little co-star.
So he gave her the details. It was going to be on Saturday, May 14th. Julian Lafayette on email, which is me, gave her the color scheme. I gave her options. I told her wardrobe was going to be more formal, dressing up, kind of like...
prepare for your Oscar speech.
So she pretty much picked out her own engagement
Well,
dress.
he also said, what would Nia wear?
So to prepare for the actual day, ERIN helped me order all the decorations. I hit up the homie Shahady, who's great with engagement, wedding, event photography. He came, he brought a second camera, and I got my boy Jared, aka Hovrad, to do the videography. I had this other really good friend of ours. His name is Marshall. Love you, bro. He brought his film camera to get some really dope flicks. And the last piece that was one of the most important pieces was the music. I had one of my really close friends, May, who's an amazing artist. You have to check him out. He came and I had him sing Donnell Jones' song, one of her favorite love songs, You Know That I Love You. And so I had everything set for that day. I had the time set. It was going to be in the evening, get golden hour. And then both my family and her family arrived. I had sent Shahady, the photographer, over to go get Nia. He took her to a different part of campus. They were stalling and we were getting ready at the spot. Decorations, people in places. I had her family off to the side, hiding so that they could be the second surprise coming out when she sees everything. Everything was looking beautiful. The sun was just dipping down to that real golden, real proposal look. And it was time for the big moment. So I got in my place and I texted Shahady, you can bring her over, and I'll just let you guys see the beautiful moment.
much you mean to me.
Right, she said yes, y'all.